Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Another great day in the portfolio. But today I want to go over three stocks that I'm going to continue buying and I want to put on your radar. You probably already know about these stocks because I basically talk about these stocks every single day in my YouTube channel. But these three stocks, I believe, for 2021 and beyond are great buys and will go crazy, straight to the moon. And I'm going to talk about these three stocks. The first one, come on, you know what I'm going to talk about, right? NIO stock. NIO at $48.54. I believe the stock is a buy under 50 bucks because once NIO Day comes out on January 9th and they show out their delivery numbers soon, that the stock is going to continue rising, and I believe this stock will continue rising exponentially. I won't be surprised if we see all-time highs sooner than later, and I believe that we will hit all-time highs very, very soon and maybe stay around there for a little while. But for the long run, NIO stock is just built to be a beast, especially since China is the largest country in the world with 1.4 billion people. And by having so many people in the country, which is rapidly urbanizing, lots of people are getting into the middle class in China. Lots of money over there. And it has the largest EV market out there because of there's so many people. And basically they have 20 million new cars sold every single year. And when every year passes, EVs are going to continue going up more and more and more. They predicted it would be 25% of all EVs by 2025. That's what they want. And China's really pushing towards that. And NIO is one of the top dogs in China with Tesla, and they're going to be competing out over there for market share. And NIO is based in China, so the Chinese are going to really push NIO to be the top dog over there. They really want NIO to be the number one player in their own country because it is based in China. And NIO is going to be going crazy. 150,000 cars, this is what they're predicted to be selling in 2021, and 300,000 plus in 2022. That's a big number. That's 100% year-over-year growth for 2 years straight. Like, that's insane growth. I wouldn't be surprised to see NIO stock at least 60 bucks soon. If not, 100 bucks by the end of the year and 150 plus by the end of 2022. And this is why I have such a big position in it. I have 150 shares. I would love to get more shares into it as time goes on, dollar cost average. And I also have some call options on it. I have this call option, $47 call. Long term, it expires in 2023. So as long as NIO can get past the 100 bucks, I'll be making big money on it. And the next stock that I want to talk about is Jumia stock, and this is just a new one that I've gotten. If you guys know what Jumia stock is basically an e-commerce store, and it has its own food delivery, and it has its own payments, and it's based in Africa, so it gives you a little bit of diversification. And this is basically the Amazon of Africa, and it has so much potential, but this is more speculative in my opinion. This is a higher risk, higher reward type of stock in my opinion, because if this stock succeeds, I would not be surprised to see this market cap 10x or even 20x from where it is right now, but it is super volatile, okay? These stocks right here, NIO, I believe NIO is more established than in the EV market than Jumia is established in e-commerce, right? But the good thing about Jumia is it has its earlier mover advantage in Africa. You know what that means, right? Just how Alibaba was one of the first ones in China and Amazon's one of the first ones in the US. Look at them. They're the market leaders in the country, in their own countries, right? Amazon is the top dog in the United States and Alibaba is the top dog in China. And Jumia is the top dog, basically, in Africa, right? And a lot of people know by being early in the market, Jumia has been able to build a strong brand, a strong branding and distribution network, and that's given them their advantage, right? They have the advantage, so they don't have that much competitors. So if Amazon wants to continue to move in, Jumia already has the name, right? They already have the name in Africa. Like, Amazon just can't come in because Jumia is well known over there in Africa. And that's why if Jumia succeeds, this is a spec player, right? This is more of a spec play, in my opinion, because it's still so early. So we're such in the early days of this stock that any little bit of news could drive the stock down 10, 20% or up 10, 20% because it's so small and it has so much potential, right? But it has to do so many things right for it to blossom into a huge company over there. So I would really keep my eyes on this. I bought some when it went down because the highest I believe it went up to is $49 and it's at $42. So it's down more than 10, more than 15% from its highs. I'd really pay attention to NIO Stock because if it continues to grow, it's going to be a beast over there. It's going to be huge. Wouldn't be surprised if this stock 10x's in the coming years. Wouldn't be surprised. And then the last stock that I am looking to be in is MP Materials. And this goes with the EV market, right? MP Materials has the opportunity to grow tremendously because of the EV market, right? The EV market is growing very fast, very, very fast every year. More electric vehicles are going to be made and they're going to need lots of parts that MP Materials will be willing to mine up because it's the only company in the Western Hemisphere that does what it does. Other than the ones in China, which they're doing their own thing, lots of US companies are going to need these materials, these rare earth metals, and MP Materials is going to be the one supplying it because it's the only one that could over here. And it's a US company, so it's going to be promoted by the government because they don't want to be reliant on other countries like China. And you know what's going on with China, right? The trade wars that we always have with China, the US wants to be able to not rely on them so much because there's tension between the Chinese and the United States. Whenever there is tension, there's tariffs, and when there's tariffs, it's more expensive to bring stuff from over there to over here, and it's just better to rely on a US company here and to get the materials from MP Materials, right? And as the technology in the EV market gets better, MP Materials will be the one supplying all the rare earth metals to all of the companies that need it, and it will grow tremendously as the markets grow. And those are the three stocks that I'm actually really bullish on. Jumia is more of a spec play. MP Materials also a spec play, but they have so much potential in my opinion. Once they start getting more established, then the growth is going to be tremendous. And even right now, as long as it can keep growing, right now they will be huge monsters in the industry that they're in. E-commerce, mining, and electric vehicles. Pay attention to these stocks. MP Material, NIO Stock's already huge. NIO Stock, huge. Jumia is going to be huge. MP Materials, huge. Huge opportunities. Pay attention to these. I believe these stocks could potentially 10x. Even NIO could potentially 10x in the long run. And can make a lot of... This is game-changing stocks, game-changing companies to keep your eye on. And I'm not a financial advisor, of course, guys, so I'm just here for entertainment purposes, but these stocks really caught my attention, and the more I look into them, the more bullish I become on them. And every time I see a dip, that's when I'm buying. Personally, that's when I'm buying. I buy when MP Material was down. I bought some. Look at it, it was down 11% the past month. It was all the way up to 39.14, and it went all the way down to $30, and now it's back up to $32.90. Jumia stock. Let's look at Jumia stock. It was up to $47, went down all the way to 39. Now it's going back up, right? Same thing with NIO stock. NIO stock, 3 months. It was all the way up to $55, went down to $40, and now it's all the way up to $48. These stocks corrected a little bit, but now they're bouncing back, and they might hit all-time highs, all three of these stocks, and they will continue to grow. It will continue to grow. Their revenues, it will continue to grow, and they will be beasts. Just wait on it. Do your own research. Make sure you do your own research, do your own due diligence, and let me know what you think about these stocks. And that's it for today. Just want to do a quick little 3 stocks that I'll personally be buying for 2021. I believe these stocks will be huge. And yeah, see you guys in the next one.